In today's video, we'll look at a Bible story where God shows up to help his people. But first, let's think about this. How many of you have ever felt like a nobody? Like your voice doesn't matter, or that no one even cares about you? Well, in today's Bible story, our main character feels the same way. Let's dive into the story and see how God helps him. Once upon a time in the land of Israel, there was a young man named David. He was the youngest son of Jesse, and Jesse had 8 older sons. Now, their oldest son was Eliab, and he was a big, tall guy, just like all his older brothers. And they were all very proud about being tall and strong. But David was small and skinny, so they never thought that he was good enough. And David knew this, so he didn't think much of himself either. Now, there was a big bully named Goliath who lived far away in a place called Gath. And every day he would come over to the Israeli camp and yell and scream at them, telling them how weak they were. And the Israelites were scared of Goliath because he was huge, over 9 feet tall, and he had a helmet made of bronze that covered his head. And he also wore armor made of bronze, and it looked like it was made for a giant. And he carried a spear that was over 5 feet long, and it had a sharp metal point on the end of it. So one day, King Saul was watching Goliath yelling at the Israelites, and he got really mad. So he said to his soldiers, "Who will be the one to fight against that giant and beat him?" But no one wanted to fight Goliath, because they were scared of him. And so the king's soldiers told him, "You have to find someone who is tall and strong to fight against him." So the king said to his men, "Go find Jesse, the Bethlehemite. He has a son who is very tall and strong. I'm sure one of his sons can do it." So the soldiers went to Jesse and asked if any of his sons wanted to fight Goliath. And Jesse said, "I'm sure my oldest son, Eliab, will be more than happy to do it." So they went to Eliab and asked him if he would fight Goliath, but he refused. And they came back and asked Jesse again. But he sent them away again and again, until they asked his youngest son, David. And when the soldiers found David, he was out taking care of his sheep, and he wasn't afraid of Goliath at all. So they told David what the king had said, and David said, "I'm not afraid of him. I may be small and skinny, but God is going to help me defeat him." Then the soldiers took David to the king and introduced him. And the king gave David some armor, but it was too big for him. So they took it off and let him keep only the helmet. Then the king said to David, "Go fight that giant." And David took a staff, chose 5 smooth stones from a stream, and put them in his bag. Then he ran over to Goliath, and Goliath was very surprised to see such a small boy running towards him. And Goliath yelled at David, "Why are you running towards me? Aren't you ashamed of yourself?" And David replied, "I come to you in the name of the God of Israel, and I'm going to defeat you." Then Goliath started to run towards David, but while he was running, David picked up a stone and threw it at Goliath. The stone hit Goliath right in the forehead, and he fell down on his knees and then he died. So David ran over to Goliath, pulled out his sword and cut off his head. Then David took Goliath's head back to the king, and the people celebrated for 2 days, because they were happy that Goliath was finally dead. Now, the main character in this story is David, and he is known as a hero of faith in the Bible because he trusted God even when no one else believed in him. In the same way, even if no one believes in you, God still believes in you. So never forget that. And if you focus on your weaknesses, you might miss out on the plans that God has for you. Well, friends, that brings us to the end of another Bible story. Remember to take time each day to read God's Word, pray always, and share the love of Jesus with others. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos. God bless you.